Hi, my name is Zikra. Like what you see, give me a
Like and subscribe.
hi guys. So today I thought we'll just do something simple. I've got this box and it's got this cute little window thing, and I thought I'm just gonna turn this into a simple journal using just my scraps. Now I have a separate bag for my scraps, but this file bag has all kinds of scraps. I'm not sure what's in here, to be honest. So I thought I'm just gonna like take whatever I could from here, and then we'll just fold it up and then we'll put it in here. So usually I would take apart the box and then redo it, like make everything sturdier, and then use duct tape to attach the whole thing together. But I think I'm just going to leave this as it is. Well, I am going to take apart this part, otherwise we cannot have a journal. But let's just go crazy with this. Let's just have some fun today. Right. So let me just get rid of the excess stuff and then I'll be right back. You can just go ahead and use your scissors if you really want. I think I'm just going to use my pen knife, which is easier. Okay. Now we have the base of our journal. I did take, I did save this piece because I feel the spine would be too flimsy. So I'm just going to trim this a little bit, just a teeny weeny bit, so we can make the spine a little stronger, a little sturdier, like that. I'm just going to glue it with my glue. Does not have to be perfect. We just need to strengthen the spine a bit. Right. Now that we have the base for the cover, let's go ahead and select some of the papers. We've got all kinds of papers. Literally all kinds. Okay. Clearly I'm not going to use everything, but it's pretty nice to see what we have. Oh my goodness, it's overflowing with all kinds of papers. Okay, I'm not going to have any particular reason. I'm just going to sort some shorter pieces because that will make more sense to go in here. So let me just do that off camera and be right back. I know, it still looks like a mess, but I've narrowed it down, and I think I'm just going to start folding all these tea dyed papers separately, and then if I can find any printed paper or papers like this that I had decoupaged or anything like that, I'm just going to fold a bunch of paper and then be right back. So I've taken some tea dyed papers. I've taken 4 of them because I want to have 4 signatures. And I've cut it down to the height of the cover. So the cover is about 7.5 inches. So I've cut the paper down to 7.25. And I'm just going to randomly sort these papers that I've also folded in half. And I'm just going to randomly put them into these 4 signatures. Just going to separate them like this. And then I'm just going to randomly put these papers in. It doesn't matter the height or the pattern or anything like that. I'm just going to sort them out. Okay, as you can see, I've just put them in random order. And I'm going to put these into their respective signatures. And then we'll trim them down. And let's take it from there. Hopefully this will all fit in here. I think it will. Now let's just chop this up. Now we have our beautiful signatures all ready to go into the journal, as you can see. But let's get decorating on the cover, shall we? So this is not my usual style, but I've got these colored papers, colored A4 strips, and I think I'm just going to start gluing them on. I'm not going to overthink this because it is a scrap busting journal. So let's just start gluing. I'm not following any particular color theme for this, just going to go for it. Okay, these are some interesting colors that we have going on. Maybe I should take off the lid. So funny. Okay, so we've covered most of it, and that looks pretty cute actually, those colors. Again, I'm just going to check how that looks now. See, and it's all made from just scraps, guys. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not very happy with the front, but the back's not too bad. The spine will be covered anyway, but the front, I'm not too happy. But I'm not going to stress over that. Remember, this is just a scrap journal. So I'm going to go ahead and cover the inside with some fabric, because I know that's what I like to do usually. I'm just going to cover this bit with fabric. Now that I've added the fabric into the spine, it's sturdier now. And yes, I did use my glue stick, and that's fine. Don't think it's gonna come off. This material seems to be stuck down pretty well. So I'm just going to poke the holes on one of the pages. Just 3 holes in the center and one on either side, the top and the bottom. And I'm just going to use this one as the guide for almost everything. So I'm just going to mark where these would go. And I know they're not perfect. I mean, this one is definitely not perfect. Okay. And then I'm just going to use this paper to poke the holes through all of these signatures. Right? So let's begin with this one. Now we've got all our signatures with the holes. Let's go ahead and poke the cover now. Just going to use the thread that I have on my desk. Just going to measure it now 3 times. Okay, so we start with the last signature, go through the middle. And just like that, we've got our signature in. I like to just cut this a bit shorter than what we need. Okay, so that's our first signature in. Let's do the rest now. This is the continuation and it's the next day today. I went ahead and sewed in the signatures, but as you can see, I've removed them because I thought if I was going to, when I go to work in this, I feel like these shorter pages will sort of put me off, and like I don't know, I felt like I wanted to make them whole pages, so that's why I went ahead and removed the other signatures, and that's what I've done with these. I've gone ahead and let me just show you what I've done. So as you can see here, I've gone ahead and attached extra pieces to make them long pages, and these are all playing with scraps. As you can see, they're all scraps, and I think I learned this method from Meg's journals. I think this is her method, like that's where I learned it, where she attaches scrap pieces of paper to make one longer piece of page. So that's what I've done to all of these signatures, and I thought I'll do this signature on camera. So let me just go ahead and remove this signature from the journal cover. Right, just going to remove that. And it's good because I did have another plan for the cover, because as I said, I'm not too happy with this, so I'm glad I'm kind of like redoing the whole thing. I've got a bunch of scrap paper here, and I'm just going to take the shorter pieces. Now these two are tall, these two are long, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Just going to leave it as it is. And this is the short piece, and we'll move this to the side a bit. And the way I did the others was just keep lining it up, and I'm just going to look for a piece that will match here. And I'm just going to attach it this for with no rhyme or reason. And I'm just going to use my glue stick, again making sure it's lined up a bit. I'm going to apply some glue. Okay, I've got this piece. I'm just going to take this piece of scrap piece and just going to try and line it up best I can. And then I'm just going to go ahead and fold the new piece together. And I'm just going to use my scissor and cut along that. Sometimes we will have an overhang anyway, so I'll just go ahead and use my pen knife, like, you know, I'll put them up against like that, and then probably go ahead and take off the excess. But for now, this is good enough. So I'm just going to move on to the next page now. Just going to take the next one. Okay, again doing the same thing. We are playing with our scraps, and we're trying to make use of the scraps. Okay, have I used up all the scraps that I had on my table? Seems like that. Okay, I'm just going to put the purple down. And I know you must be thinking, hey, this is not long enough, but we can put another piece over here. So I'm just going to apply the glue again and try to put that best I can up to the corner there. And now that's attached. Again, this side could use a bit more glue. Right. And let's look for another piece. How about this yellow? Okay. Okay, now we're going to the next page. I'm just going to put that in here. Now this one's short on both sides and I'm not going to overthink that. I'm just going to keep it that way. And I think this is pretty also, I am overthinking this right now, aren't I? Okay, let's put in another purple. It's not too, it's okay, that's fine. Let's move on. We'll need a thinner strip for this top piece. How about this piece? The last piece. How about a doily or something? So everything has 8 pages now. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video, guys. Bye.